Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Ash and Rima from Mass Effect Odyssey, and today we just wanted to bring you a quick kind of podcasty video just in regards to predictions for N7 Day, which, as far as we know, is next weekend.
November the 7th.
Yes. Yeah. We're trying to work it out because we know Halloween's in 2 days' time as of recording this. So we're trying to go from like the 1st of November, which is on Sunday, which means the 7th should be either Friday or Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get this video out before N7 Day. So we're going to go through. I asked in the most recent news video for people's opinions on what they think will be revealed or what they want to see in any kind of information that comes from BioWare on N7 Day, and we have a bunch of comments. So we're going to go through them one by one very briefly, just to see what people are looking for. Very briefly discuss them, and then move on to the next one. Mm-hmm. So Rima, if you want to read out the first one.
Okay, so the first one is Lucille, and they said that they wanted to see some gameplay or something in a video, for example, a trailer, but not pictures. Or not just pictures. I guess they wouldn't mind seeing pictures, but they want to see something in a video, I think. That's
maybe a reference to last year's one where the majority of it was just concept art, which was fine last year because that was like 2 years from essentially gameplay release. They hadn't actually even confirmed Mass Effect Andromeda was the name at that point.
No, it's literally just Mass Effect 4 at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So that's fair enough. The next one was just Chronically, just says #N7 Day. Nicely played. Nice. But I'll do the next one as well because that was just one. So this is Jerry Couples, and what he'd like to see is number 1 gameplay, number 2 1 new alien race, 3 full reveal of the new ship, which as far as the leak, and I say this in air quotes, is confirmed, is called Tempest, we think, but not a lot's been confirmed from that leak just yet.
No.
And also, as far as I can tell, the last one was that's 5. Sorry, so it's a galaxy map, which we've kind of seen, but not really anything concrete on that one, and the antagonist character, which of course in the trailer was not the antagonist character. So
yeah, he also wrote about stuff he thinks we will see,
and so he's done what he'd like and what will probably happen. So the interior of Tempest, or at least 1 or 2 rooms, the galaxy map, more shots of the Mako, armor details for playable characters, which we have kind of seen in, again, some concept shots in the trailer, and announcement for voice casting, which I thought was an interesting one because we were discussing this 2 days ago, where we wouldn't know whether they were releasing any details about voice acting yet. They may have got people cast by now, but they would literally probably just be starting to record the process. The recording process probably around about now, if not going into the new year. So I'd be surprised if they confirm any voice characters at this point. They probably are already hired, ready to go for the roles, but I'd be surprised if they confirm them at this point. Maybe early next year.
I think out of his entire list, I think the most likely one is the more shots of the Mako, because they have been talking about that Mako on Twitter like nuts. I think the Mako's going to be like the Batmobile from Arkham Knight. It's going to be like, check out this sweet ride. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. Like, and I think that's like the Mako's going to be like one of the. I think they're going to try and market it as like one of the main selling points of the game. And I think because of how much we've heard about the Mako on the Twitter feeds, how much it actually had of the trailer, considering how short that trailer was, how much Mako time was, and how much they've released since of the Mako, I think more Mako shots are probably more.
That's fairly. Yeah, I'll say that's fairly accurate.
Some glory shots of the Mako.
Yes.
Different angles, like Pit My Ride. So I get the next one, I guess. Napalm Love Punch Adams. I think we talked about how much we love this name before.
It's my favourite name so far.
They would like us, or they would like to be shown some concept art of possible companions, just to whet the appetite. And I think I agree. I would like to see what kind of companions there might be, even if they don't name them.
Yeah,
it'd be quite interesting to see what companions.
We've seen dotted throughout kind of the early parts of this year and maybe the end of last year. Character models of characters, mainly the female and the male character build, and obviously we had them on our channel banner, so that's one of the ones I've seen. I've seen a couple of others which were shown at panels at certain events throughout this last year as well. So yeah, there have been kind of character models dotted around, but nothing that's really kind of companion wise. I think that's just the male and female character models. So
there was that stuff in the trailer that possibly whether those may be those possibly leaked character companions. Was it Drac and Korra?
Oh yeah, Drac the Krogan, which is apparently the one that's in the newest trailer, plus the kind of conceptual trailer that came out last year.
Yeah.
There as well, there was a Krogan that kind of screamed for a second.
It's a roar. It's a mighty roar.
Oh, not a girlish scream.
No, not a girl scream. They're not girly. Even the ladies are manly.
Wow.
And well, remember Eve? She was awesome. And Korra as well was supposedly the other companion that was in the leak. But I don't know how true the leak is. But those were probably the. Whether those are actually our companions is a whole different case. So we don't actually know.
We should probably very quickly say in regards to the leak, we've had a few people commenting towards us about the leak, saying, "Oh yeah, it's been confirmed." Nothing apart from the fact that it's called Andromeda has been confirmed about that leak that came out earlier on this year. Nothing.
It looks really likely.
It looks very likely, yes, but BioWare have not come out either way and said this is it or this is not it. So.
And they probably had time to change stuff too.
Yes.
I'm not saying that they would have changed a whole bunch of stuff from the leak, but they had enough time to change because there wasn't. When did that leak come out? It was probably what?
I think it was May.
So they would probably be like mid build.
Yeah, I think it was very because we started the channel kind of mid to late April when it came out. Very soon after that, so it was one of our very first videos that came out was on that.
So leak. Still grain of salt until that game comes out.
Nothing has been confirmed either way, apart from the fact that it's in the Andromeda Galaxy. That's it.
Right.
So
next up.
So next one was from Cheng Samurai just saying so excited for N7, which we were too. But moving on from there is Power Voltaire.
That's an awesome name too.
Yeah. And it was I want to see gameplay footage and a release date. So not asking for too much.
Release date's a good idea.
It's true, yes. I think everyone would like to see gameplay footage and have a confirmed release date. Obviously, we know they're looking towards the end of next year, but nothing really been kind of tied down in terms of dates yet. But gameplay footage, definitely. I don't think we're going to see it, but definitely like to. Would be nice.
Yeah.
But again, that kind of remains to be seen at this point, but we can only hope.
So N7 Trooper just says, I just want them to show us the game. And I was like, nice and simple. It is. I guess.
The point.
How much will they be able to actually show us of the game?
I think obviously story-wise they're going to keep well away from that. Most story-driven and narrative-based games in the run-up to release, they keep a lot aside. And what I found with Halo 5, which came out the other day, was that all the advertisement was basically hardly anything to do with the story that came out in the final game in the end. Anyway, I still enjoyed the story, despite it was confusing in some points. But none of the advertisement even really related to the story that came out in the final game. So they'll always try and avert your attention elsewhere so they can get on with the game and get it done, kind of thing. So, wouldn't surprise me if that leak was actually, intentional.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe we won't get a full plot, but maybe we'll get a synopsis.
Yeah, a synopsis would be good. Yeah.
Like a really, really vague synopsis.
Just an idea.
So I'll do the next one, I guess.
Yep.
Adrian Anderson says he'd like some concept art. And he says he'll probably expect concept art and the devs patting each other on the back like N7 Day 2014.
I can guarantee that one.
That's probably going to happen. He would like a plot reveal, a ship reveal, and a protagonist info.
I think that's fair.
I think kind of everyone's
plot reveal probably not, but ship reveal and protagonist info potentially.
Even if they give you a protagonist name, last name, that would go quite well, right? Like that wouldn't be too much to have.
If it turns out to be Shepard, then that's going to go.
Well, maybe
it's called Shepard, but it just happens to be like a coincidence. That's how it comes out at the beginning of the game. It's like,
like
my name is Shepard, but not that one. I'm not related to that one.
Their first name will be Shepard, or their middle name will be Shepard.
All three of their names are just Shepard, like first name, middle name, and last name.
Yeah, Shepard.
Hi, I'm Shepard. Shepard. So going on to RK Rayon 100. His expectations for the 7th day is Mass Effect loot crate announcement, which I got an email about yesterday, actually, an update on that one, because I signed up for the emails and I want to get that one. Gameplay reveal, which I think a lot of people are kind of in the same boat there. Release date reveal, let's see if I was right about that on November 22nd.
Yeah, he's I'm interested to his video.
If that's right, yeah. And Mass Effect 3 multiplayer challenge thing. What does that mean?
I don't know what he means, but maybe if
something
he watches this video,
that,
he can kind of Maybe he can fill us in, because I might just be out of the loop on this one. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah. But
Wouldn't surprise me if I'm out of the loop.
The other three, fair enough. But the fourth one, we're not sure what you mean on that one. So
Tell us what you mean, Mo.
yeah. Okay. Next one's for you.
Trenton Dale says he'd like to see anything, but he really wants to see characters though, and he doesn't want any spoilers, which is
yeah, that's true.
good.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I did very good at avoiding any kind of story spoilers for Halo 5, and I don't like games being ruined for me, especially the endings and things like that.
Yeah.
And I hope that they would steer clear of any kind of story. A synopsis, that's fine, because that doesn't really give away too much. That's just like a dusting on top kind of thing. That's just giving you the bare bones.
Like, even if they're like set in the year blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Our protagonist
hero.
is a blah 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 that is in the Andromeda Galaxy.
It's just
blah,
like
blah,
a
blah,
paragraph of text, just an overlay kind of thing. I'll be happy with that.
And kind of similar to what a lot of people have said, Jesse Ward says he'd like a name of the protagonist.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
And in BioWare style, they're never going to give you like there's never going to be a full name, because it's an RPG, so they're never going to have a full name. So
that's true.
The last name will be a title.
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me if we just call character will just be called Pathfinder if the leak's true. If the character's just called Pathfinder. Your character is Pathfinder.
Pathfinder
blah,
Shepherd.
Blah blah
Shepherd, Pathfinder Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Shepherd. I kind of attached that joke now. And the last 4 comment, they said, thanks for the video guys. As for in 7 day, best we could expect would be races in the game and playable characters. Wouldn't mind seeing races, especially new races. Someone said it earlier on about new races, and I think I keep hearing rumours there is at least one new race confirmed, I think. And I'd like to see that. Sorry, my voice is starting to die a little bit. And playable characters, not gonna get anything on the story, I reckon. Game is still a long way off, which is fair enough. Yeah, I think that's fairly accurate. So something to do with the characters, playable characters and races, but story-wise to avoid. Which
they're gonna have to have a bunch of I'm not saying there's gonna be tons of new species, but I imagine if you're going to a brand new galaxy,
I imagine there'd be
you're gonna have to make.
I mean, imagine the ones you've already met are gonna probably end up out there at some point, but I'd imagine there's gonna be. I'd say 5 would be a good number. 5 new races. That's what I'm predicting. It'll be wrong, but that's what I'm predicting. So
I guess the best way to end this video is just fan.
Yeah, this is the best way.
This
is the best one to end, and it's quite simply #hype.
Yeah, #hype indeed.
And he was literally the first comment, and then
he was.
That impressed us. We're like, yes.
So I guess we can say what we think is gonna.
Yes, we can very quickly say what we think, or what we hope anyway. So I'll let you go first.
So I think. I was thinking we are probably going to get a video-based something, because they normally release something on N7 Day to thank the fans.
I think
of some sort.
Just before we start recording, I think we agreed on it would either be some form of trailer similar to one that's already come out, and so it won't reveal really any story, but it will just be like another trailer revealing something else, maybe like the ship or something.
Yeah, it'll be really vague.
Very vague, not really any clues can really be taken from it, that kind of thing. Or there'd be like a vidoc kind of thing.
Yeah,
like behind the scenes. Oh, this is what we're doing so far, kind of thing.
I really hope they don't do another behind the scenes. They might do a behind the scenes as a thank you, and then if they're really nice, they might do. But I think if they're gonna do a trailer, it's gonna be super vague. Yeah. They might release a couple more shots of stuff, and be like, they might show you the ship, maybe, or they might show you actually the main character, maybe. We don't really know, but I don't think it's gonna be really extensive.
No.
I think it's gonna be making us ask us and more questions will arise from this video than answers, to be honest.
Definitely.
And I think we're both in agreement that there's going to be a blog of some sort by the team. Mm-hmm. Depending on what the trailer is, there might be more content if there's not a trailer. There might be less content if there's.
Yeah. So I mean, we said as well that because they did a 45-minute live stream on Twitch last year. Yeah. I think they'll probably do the same thing again this year. And
again, that's probably dependent on what's in the content or other stuff they're releasing.
Yes.
It really depends, because they're not going to show their hand because they want to save the hype.
Yeah, they don't want to show their cards too early, kind of thing. So
I don't think they're going to release by N7 Day next year. So I think N7 Day next year, E3 next year is going to be the big ones.
That's going to be the big reveal.
Which some of the commenters did say, so that's fine. We're in agreement that most of it will be revealed next year. So they'll keep everything close to their chest, but they want to keep this kind of hype train moving, right? Because with things like Fallout 4 and Battlefront and Halo coming out, they need to kind of chugga high
Yeah,
five.
I think they want something to just keep enough of the excitement there with all these games coming out within the next like a week or two. Like you're saying, Tomb Raider, Fallout 4, what was the other one? Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah. There's 3 like major games coming out this month, so I just hope that the announcement, whatever they announce, doesn't get buried under like 3 major game releases. So.
Well, that's what we're here for.
True, very true. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I think pretty much all our predictions were pretty much
answered by the
well,
commenters.
and I think even with our own personal ones, I think they were fairly similar. To be honest, I do think there'll be some concept art again, depending on what it is, though. Obviously, the ones last year were very vague, and you don't really know kind of what they are, kind of thing. Obviously, we made assumptions on some of those concept arts, but I think there will be more. I think it will probably be slightly more detailed. Again, maybe of the ship, probably one more of the Mako. Maybe
And
some
their
character
rims.
models again, maybe something like that. But again, I don't think they'll go like too deep into a mass load of content kind of thing. Because yes, this is the point where basically they've got a year, maybe just over a year before the game releases. So if the hype train is going to start, it's going to start from N7 Day onwards. So they need something at least to say, right, okay, we've got a year left. Let's get them excited a bit. Not too much, but just enough.
And as much as of a tease as Chris Wynn is, he did say that
he is
the biggest, the most, like, we'll give you more info in N7 Day. He's promised. He's a man of his word, even though he is a bit of a tease.
He's been very honest on Twitter, so we follow him religiously because he blabs.
Yeah, he does.
And we like him blabbing. So that's kind of our predictions. They're fairly similar, really, to pretty much everybody else's. To be honest, we want to see character. I think mainly for me, it's like characters and stuff. Maybe races. I'll be interested in that one, and hopefully some form of trailer. But I doubt very much we'll get that. So there you go. That's it. We'll have to wait and see in a week's time, or just over a week's time. But that's it. So thank you very much for listening and for watching as usual. And you can subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all things Mass Effect, and you can help the channel to grow by sharing the video too. And again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.